How's it going, guys? It's a nice fall day out here. Just a little bit of a breeze. Not too much. And I've got the Aero Commander out, so we're going to do some flying. For these flights, I'm going to be using these 2-cell 800 milliamp packs. So this is the heavier setup. You can go with smaller 452 cell packs. So just keep that in mind. With the battery right there, it seems like it's got a good CG. So that's where I'm going to start with it. So this aircraft is a high wing. It's got some dihedral, so it should be relatively stable. So let's just fly it around. So far seems just slightly nose heavy. Not really a big surprise there. Slow it down. Plenty of power. You could just loop it over and over again. Gonna cut the power, glide it by here. Stay out of the tree. Rolls nicely. Tracks well, rolls nicely. Yeah, just a little nose heavy. And that's not surprising with that 800 pack. Perfect inverted. Okay, I have a little problem right now. It's really pulling to the left. I'm not sure why, because it was perfectly trimmed. It may just be some wind. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna bring it back and land it. Something's going on. The rudder got stuck, and there's no rudder. And you can see right there, the rudder is stuck pulling to the left. Everything else is okay. Plug it back in again. Same problem. So I'm just gonna look if anything's catching. Okay, I've never heard that before. That does not sound like a healthy servo. I'm gonna plug it back in. All right. Well, that is not a sound you want your servo to be making. And nothing is binding. I've checked it over, everything looks good. There's no places where the control rods are being held up, either going to the rudder or going to the nose wheel. All right, guys, sorry, that is really awful. But what's going on in there, I don't know if you can see it or not, you probably can't, but the motor shaft for the servo is bent, and the pinion gear is broken, and it's just kind of flicking back and forth over and over, and it's obviously broken. Now, what I suspect may have happened is the nose gear linkage possibly got bound up, overstressed it, and it broke. That's possible. It was free when I took off. I taxied it around. It seemed like it was free. That's just a guess because it looks like it's physical damage rather than just a servo quitting. So what I will say right now is be very careful of this linkage here, that it's not getting bound up, that you have your battery well away from it. My only guess right now is that that's what happened. Otherwise, I'm just dealing with a terrible servo that had a catastrophic failure in the middle of the flight. Well, there it is, guys. Sorry that flight demo was so short, but it's over now. You can see the rudder is locked in a leftward deflection. That servo is broken and frozen. And so I'm not sure if the servo just decided to shred itself or whether it somehow got bound up with that nose gear linkage and it's stripped. Either way, it's either bad design or it's a terrible servo, because everything was moving fine when I first took off. It was taxiing fine. I actually made sure that that linkage up front was clear because I knew that could be a potential place where it might be troublesome. Anyway, I'm lucky it was the rudder. If it had been the elevator or the aileron, the plane likely would have crashed. At least I was able to get it back. It's a nice flying model. It's got great power. It looks great in the air. You know, you can do lots of loops. It looks really fantastic. It flies well inverted. It's a really nice model, but all that is worthless if you have bad servos or a bad design that is going to cause them to fail. Anyway, guys, sorry that the flight is short, but I got to tell it like it is. Any questions or comments, please post below, and I'll see you next time.